Hey, let me ask you a question. You've studied English before, haven't you? And you've probably heard of tag questions or negative questions before, right? Well, isn't this going to be an interesting lesson for you?
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. This is Happy English Podcast, episode 888. Tag questions for sounding more natural in English. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and welcome back to the Happy English Podcast. So, here's the deal. In everyday conversation, native speakers love to use short questions at the end of a sentence, like, "It's a nice day, isn't it? You've met Sarah, haven't you? You're not leaving yet, are you?" These are called tag questions, and they're really a natural part of spoken English. Maybe you've heard these before, but you're not 100% sure how or when to use them. Don't worry. A lot of English learners feel the same way. So today, I'll show you how these work and how you can use them to sound more like a native speaker. So let's jump in and get you sounding even more natural when you speak English. Tag questions are all about the intonation. And that intonation is falling when you're making an observation. We usually use tag questions with falling intonation to make a comment, not to ask a real question. It's like you're saying, "We both know this is true, right?" Imagine this scene. You're heading out for lunch with a friend or a coworker, and it's sunny and 22 degrees Celsius. And she says, "Oh, it's a beautiful day, isn't it?" She's not really asking you. She's just making an observation and inviting you to agree, probably because she thinks you will agree. This kind of tag question shows up all the time when people want to connect. Like when you go to a friend's house for lunch, you can say, "Jane makes awesome pizza, doesn't she?" Or at the coffee shop, "This coffee is really strong, isn't it?" And maybe you're thinking about the information in this lesson. It's useful, isn't it? Again, that's falling intonation. The voice drops at the end. It's technically not a question. It's a friendly comment, and we use this English when we're pretty sure the person we're talking to has the same idea or opinion. Like, "Nice day, isn't it?" Now, let's flip that around. We usually use tag questions with rising information when we ask for confirmation. When we're not sure about something and we want to confirm information, we use a tag question with rising intonation. In other words, your voice goes up at the end, like a question. Here's a real example. I was at a party this weekend and I saw a guy I had met about a year ago. I wasn't sure, but I thought he told me he was from France. So I said, "So Luke, you're from France, aren't you?" See what I did? I had an idea, but I wanted to check if it was right. Here are a few more like that. "You can play the guitar, can't you?" Or at the office, "Ted hasn't called, has he?" These are true questions. So again, rising intonation. Try it out. And now that you know that, let's take it to the next level. In everyday American English, instead of saying the full tag question, we often just say, "Right?" Like, "Jane makes awesome pizza, right?" Or at the coffee shop, "This coffee is really strong, right?" So I could have asked Luke, "So you're from France, right? You can play the guitar, right?" Okay, and here's one more casual tag we use sometimes. "No? No." This is more common when the sentence is positive, like, "Jenny likes to bake, no?" Or, "Luke is from France, no?" Or, This lesson is interesting, no? This is language you probably won't see in textbooks, but we use it all the time in conversation. All right, let's do a quick recap. We use tag questions with falling intonation to make a comment. It's a nice day, isn't it? We use tag questions with rising intonation to confirm information, like, "You're coming tomorrow, aren't you?" And in casual English, you can just use right or no. "We've met before, right? You like jazz, no?" So, here's your challenge. This week, try adding these tag questions to your conversations. Ask your friend, "You've been there before, right?" Or say to your coworker, "This project is going well, no?" Trust me, when you use tag questions naturally, people will notice how smooth and confident your English sounds. And hey, if you want to practice English from this lesson and all of my podcasts with me and a group of other awesome English learners, come check out my Podcast Learners Study Group. We meet once a week and go over the language from these podcast lessons together. It's a great way to build confidence and improve your speaking. Just check the link where you're listening to this podcast right now, or visit myhappyenglish.com and choose podcast episode 888 for more info. And thanks for listening. And remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.